Hey, thanks for watching the video. I'm Daryl Ng from Slim Fit Trim Health and Fitness and Western Style Martial Arts. And what I want to talk about today is what's known as our hidden survival muscle. That is known as the hip flexor, also known as the psoas muscle. And the psoas muscle is the one muscle that actually connects the upper torso to the lower torso. Or lower part of the body, I should say. And it starts from the back, comes up through the pelvis, connects up on the front. And what can happen over time, especially if you're sedentary, is that that muscle can shorten and get tight. And this happens to both men and women. And the real culprit to this is actually sitting. So if you're at an office, you're sitting a lot, and then you don't get to move around, this actually becomes very, very detrimental. And so from there, you're going to have low energy, low stamina, endurance. Everything suffers. Believe it or not, even your love life can suffer, because when you think about it, everything is predicated on moving your hips sideways, back and forth, all around. And you're going to always be using your hips in any endeavor, from just basically walking to playing soccer, tennis. In my case, I want to be able to kick. I want to do my martial arts. I want to keep everything strong. And so that's why I'm always stretching and working on my hip flexors here, so that way I can keep active all the time. And this is the one thing, even when I'm skiing, I do a lot of downhill racing in the wintertime. I've got to keep this whole area strong, especially in my core. And I have one of my students that actually gets a little bit of back pain when he does sit-ups. Part of it is, it's not that he's so weak in his core up here, but his hip flexors are tight. And so he can't quite execute the proper movement, and so we're working on it now, so he's stretched out, and then that way he can alleviate the lower back pain from doing his sit-ups, okay? So anyway, there's a few things you can do, but I'm just going to show you one basic stretch that helps out a lot, and I do this a lot with myself and with my students. And so it's really, really simple. All you got to do is just get down on your knee, and you're in this position right here, 90 degrees, all right? And then all you got to do is just move a little bit forward. See how I just move forward, and I start to stretch out this hip flexor a bit, okay? And I'm keeping my foot, my instep stretched out a bit. Some people like to do it this way. I like to do it that way, okay? And you'll see how I just move like this. All right, that's the first part of this. The second part of this is, once you're in this position and you start to stretch it out, see how I bring my shoulders around to this side and I let that stretch out even just a little bit more, and that helps out a lot. And I'll usually hold this for about a minute, and I'll do it on both sides twice, and that really helps out. So if you want to find out more about how to stretch out your hip flexors, check out the link below. There's an injury specialist named Rick Caselge who has what's called his sequential flow method. And it's a great exercise methodology, stretch methodology on how to really get this loosened up, so that way you can start to become, or start to get into your peak performance and bring out that inner athlete. And again, you know, hopefully you can enhance maybe your relationship as well. So leave your comments and questions below, and I hope this video is helpful, and I'll look forward to talking to you again, all right? Thanks a lot. See you later.